Namaskar, hello, and a very, very good evening. It is Friday, and Friday 8 p.m. means that we will together write a glorious, beautiful chapter filled with love, hope, dreams, aspiration, and togetherness. It is Dulhan Diaries, আমাদের আজকে episode 12, and I sincerely hope that our friends who are a part of the OOPSroops family, as I always tell them, আমাদের সবাই জয়েন করে যাবে and you will share this live, tag your friends to let them know that yes, Dulhan Diaries has started and we are waiting exclusively for you. I'm your friend Roopsha, and আজকে আমাদের এই Dulhan Diaries we will have some really interesting inputs from somebody who is a specialist. Okay, we all want to look good. আর যখন বিয়ে ব্যাপারটা ফিক্স হয়ে যায়, when the wedding date is all fixed and announced, we just go that extra length to look beautiful, prettier, more handsome, more perfect. Aesthetic surgery মানে cosmetic surgery, যেটা আমরা জানি বুঝি, so many things can be done and so much has been achieved, but what it is exactly ওই খুন ভারী মাঙে যেরকম ভাবে আমরা রেখাকে দেখেছিলাম যে মগরমাছ নে the face got tampered and she immediately went under the knife and had a change. Is that really possible? And how much is possible? What is the scope? আমাদের সাথে আজকে we will have the pleasure and privilege to hear some golden words from none other than one of the most wanted, desired professional in the industry, Dr. Mohan Thomas, who is based out of Mumbai, and trust me, his client list comprises of all the who's who of the industry. Dr. Thomas's কাছ থেকে we will get some really nice inputs in golden words, and we will be joined by a lovely couple who have just celebrated their 28th year of wedding anniversary yesterday, মানে গতকাল. Mr. and Mrs. Ramani, Mrs. Mangalam Ramani and Mr. Swaminathan Ramanis আজকে happily ever after segment আমাদের join করছে, and if you are ready to win prizes, because we will be shortly starting the spot quiz, which is a very important part. Are you ready to watch Be With Me? মানে মন দিয়ে, প্রাণ দিয়ে, কান দিয়ে, চোখ দিয়ে, if you are ready, then very soon we will have the Get Set Ready contest. Dulhan Diaries, let's write, partnered by none other than Senco Gold Diamonds. When we talk about wedding, we talk about all the dreams that is a part of the wonderful celebration, the best celebration of life. সেখানে jewelry plays such an important part. আমি একটা video দেখাচ্ছি and there is a question hidden in the video, okay? So watch it well and watch it enough to get the spot quiz answer right, because every week we do have this golden opportunity to have a chapter together in Dulhan Diaries, এবং আমাদের কিন্তু স্পট কুইজে প্রাইজ থাকে which is declared the following week. So have a look.
এবার ঈশ্বরের আশীর্বাদের সঙ্গে ঘরে আনুন অমূল্য কারিগরি সেনকো গোল্ডেন ডায়মন্ডস এর স্বর্ণযাত্রার সাথে। হিরে ও সোনার গয়নার মজুরিতে পান আকর্ষণীয় ছাড়, আর পুরনো গহনার এক্সচেঞ্জে 0% ডিডাকশন। ট্রেন্ডি ডেইলি ওয়্যার ডিজাইন থেকে বিয়ের গয়নার শুভ আহ্বান, শুরু মাত্র 10,000 টাকা থেকে।
So আমরা একটা দারুণ ভিডিও দেখলাম with a great offer from none other than Senco Gold Diamonds. #Senco. That is the way you have to give us the answer. So if you are ready, but এত কম বন্ধু বান্ধবরা আজকে ভিউ করছে, আমার খুব মন খারাপ লাগছে। Where are you? What are you waiting for? আমাদের প্রথম question কিন্তু চলে আসছে, and please share the live, tag with minimum 5 friends. let them know Dulhan Diaries has started. Amader episode shuru hoye geche, and thanks to the friends who've joined in. Thank you so very much. Thank you for tagging friends. Thank you very much. Kintu ekটু নতুন বন্ধু বান্ধবদেরও জানাও, and শুভ্রাদির খুব অভিমান that Dulhan Diaries is everything about যাদের বিয়ে হচ্ছে, আমাদের যাদের বিয়ে হয়ে গেছে আমাদের জন্য কি কিছু নেই? আরে সবকিছুই তো আমাদেরই জন্য। We are a family and trust me, অনেক কিছু ঘটবে আমাদের Dulhan Diaries এ। There'll be lot of things happening this year. যারা আমার এই OOPSroops পরিবারের সদস্য, y'all are a part of my journey, and because of you every dream is possible. Hence be a part of this glorious journey so that we can collect wonderful moments together. এবার hashtag Senco দিয়ে spot quiz. Get set ready. Are you ready? So the question is very, very simple. What is the offer? যেই রথের অফার চলছে, এই যে Senco Golden Diamonds এর আমরা ভিডিওটা দেখলাম, what is the offer called? Hashtag Senco, and that is the way the answers should come to us. Please hashtag Senco দিয়ে উত্তরটা লিখে পাঠিয়ে দাও। And what is the offer called? What is the offer that's running? যেখানে you will get great discounts from Senco. Clue দিয়ে দিয়েছি রথের offer. So you have to tell me the name of the offer, but with the hashtag Senco and the answer. While you're doing that, let me present a beautiful video. And yes, a video থেকেও কিন্তু লুকিয়ে আছে একটা spot quiz question. So please pay attention and tag your friends. Let them know শুরু হয়ে গেছে আমাদের weekly এই অনুষ্ঠান, the chapter that's written with love, so that marriages and weddings are of course the grand celebration, and we can have a happily ever after journey which follows for a lifetime and beyond.
Lila Bali,
yeah, let's go.
Lila Bali,
एक दफा जो देखा तुझको समझा कि कोई इत्तेफाक नहीं, गुलाब सा है तेरा चेहरा और गुलाल सी हंसी, हवाओं के संग हम झूमे आज ऊपर से चांदनी रात, नाकाम शायर में बन जा मेरी शायरी, तुझ पे ही आके ये आंखें रुके, खुद से ही खुद अब हम बातें करे, हर जगह मुझको तू दिखती है क्यों, तेरे बिना ना ये रातें कटे।
Lila Bali, bhar zuboti shoymor, bhar zuboti khare, idiya hasha sai mutore. Lila Bali, bhar zuboti shoymor, bhar zuboti khare, idiya hasha sai mutore. Hatto sayya bala dimu mutiara ইতিয়া হাসাই মুতরে, কান্নো সাইয়া কান ফুল দিমু পান্নারা গাইয়া সই মোর, পান্নারা গাইয়া সই মোর, ইতিয়া হাসাই মুতরে।
जगह ढूंढा रब मिला तुझ में, छोटी सी दे जगह मैं खुश वही, काम भूल के करूँ तेरी बंदगी, घर घर खेल के काट तू जिंदगी, दिल था बर्फ मैंने सोचा था पत्थर, ऐसी हवाएं चले लगी ये पतझड़ सा, कभी ना हुआ मुझे ऐसा नशा, कबूल है बस दे दे तू तेरी रज़ा, तुझ पे ही आके ये आंखें रुके, खुद से ही खुद अब हम बातें करे, हर जगह मुझको तू दिखती है क्यों, तेरे बिना ना ये रातें कटे।
लीला बाली bhar zuboti shoymor, bhar zuboti khare, idiya hasha sai mutore. Nakko sayya kishor dimo duniya lagaiya shoymor, idiya hasha sai mutore. Kolla sayya mala dimo ode na lagaiya shoymor, ode na lagaiya তরে হাইসিন লীলা বালি ঠমকি ঠমকি বহিসিন লীলা বালি ভালা গো না করতে সরি কানের পাশা বহিসিন লীলা বালি ভালা গো মাথার সিথা পাটি গায়ে রোড়ে না বহিসিন লীলা বালি ভালা গো
तुझ पे ही आके ये आंखें रुके खुद से ही खुद अब हम बातें करे हर जगह मुझको तू दिखती है क्यों तेरे बिना ना ये रातें कटे
लीला बाली 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 लीला बाली
Let's go.
Let's ride this Dulhan Diaries with all our love, hope, and dreams. Beautiful একটা video দেখলাম Senco Golden Diamonds and now it's time to ask you a question. আমাদের Get Set Ready is a segment where every Friday we have questions যেটা আমি জিজ্ঞেস করি and when you get it right, spot quiz you get an instant উত্তর দেওয়ার সুযোগ and তারপরে কিন্তু আমরা পরের উইকে এসে ডিক্লেয়ার করি কারা পাচ্ছে প্রাইজ এন্ড দিস এই যে ভিডিওটা আমরা দেখলাম তার মধ্যে ইট ইজ আ কোয়েশ্চেন হিডেন উইদিন দ্য ভিডিও পুরো ভিডিওটাতে সেনকো গোল্ড অ্যান্ড ডায়মন্ডস লোগো যেটা আমরা পড়ি যেরকম ভাবে এখন দুলহান ডায়েরিজ আমার রাইটে আছে রাইট আমার দিক থেকে আমি যখন দেখছি সো সেনকো গোল্ড অ্যান্ড ডায়মন্ডস এর যে লোগো ইউনিটটা সেটা কোথায় ছিল অল থ্রু দ্য ভিডিওতে কোথায় ছিল টপ রাইট টপ লেফট বটম রাইট বটম লেফট মানে চারটে কোণা আছে টপ রাইট টপ লেফট বটম রাইট বটম লেফট উত্তর দিতে হবে হ্যাশট্যাগ সেনকো দিয়ে কিন্তু উত্তর আসতে হবে অ্যান্ড তাহলেই কিন্তু ইউ উইল কোয়ালিফাই ফর দ্য প্রাইজ অ্যান্ড প্রাইজের কথা বলতে গিয়ে লাস্ট উইকে কনগ্রাচুলেশন winners episode 11 spot quiz আমাদের প্রাইজ পাচ্ছে স্বাগতা শীল মৌসুমী দাস এবং সায়ন তালুকদার হার্টিয়েস্ট কনগ্রাচুলেশনস দুটো প্রশ্ন করেছিলাম হ্যাশট্যাগ ডিডি সেনকো দিয়ে উত্তর ছিল রাজভাড়া দ্য ওয়েডিং কালেকশন অ্যান্ড পরের উত্তরটা ছিল ডক্টর রূপশ্রী দাশগুপ্তর কথা থেকে ছিল অ্যান্ড দ্য আনসার ইজ psychosexual counseling যেটি উনি বলেছিলেন is a very very important part of a marital compatibility jodi karon mone hoy there are any issues pre-wedding after wedding there is no no reason to deny the importance of counseling nana rokom kotha hoyechilo etai hocche uttor ebong congratulations checklist e ajke ami Senco Golden Diamonds er obosshoi গয়না মানেই সেনকো গোল্ডেন ডায়মন্ডস অ্যান্ড অফকোর্স আমি গেট সেট রেডিতে কিন্তু দুটো প্রশ্ন করে দিয়েছি আজকে অলরেডি মুভিং অন আমাদের আজকে গোল্ডেন ওয়ার্ডস আমরা গোল্ডেন ওয়ার্ডস মানে যে শব্দগুলো মন দিয়ে শুনতে হবে মনে রাখতে হবে শোনার মতোই পিওর এই শব্দগুলো অ্যান্ড শব্দগুলো শুনলে লাভই হবে ক্ষতি নয় আমাদের সাথে ডক্টর মোহন থমাস অবশ্যই এই কথা থেকেও কিন্তু লুকিয়ে আছে প্রশ্ন সো পে অ্যাটেনশন স্পট কুইজে কিন্তু আরেকটা অপরচুনিটি আসবে খুব শিগগিরই সো মন দিয়ে প্রাণ দিয়ে স্টে উইথ আস দুলহান ডায়েরিজ পার্টনার বাই সেনকো গোল্ড অ্যান্ড ডায়মন্ডস
If you have natural childbirth, the vaginal opening becomes very wide. So from a sexual gratification standpoint of view, there are some differences. The closeness between the male and the female may be affected. So that's called a vaginoplasty. I've been doing it for many years. I still have patients coming to me with that, and I'm happy to do it for them. Then you have people that have undergone or rather gone through a divorce. And today, unfortunately, I have to tell you, it is more common than it ever was. It's almost frightening. I think part of the reason we should be flexible, we should be fair to people. It goes both ways. It comes out of respect. You should have a friend first in the other person if you want to hang on to this relationship. So if things are not, it doesn't work out for the female the first time around, whether there are children in the marriage or not, people do talk about, areas, especially the vaginal area being loose. So I do a vaginoplasty for them, not an issue. Lastly, today, more and more people are undergoing gender relocation, also known as a sex change operation. Males become females, females become males. This is not controversial. This is happening worldwide. If you think it's happening only in the world, think again. It's happening in this country a lot. I trained, and when I trained, there were certain things that kind of bothered me about sex change operations, particularly the mental state. So if there was a partner while all of this was going on, and the partner maybe ditched them or left them, that leaves them in a real quandary. And I've seen some being in New York City, at Sinai, Mount Sinai, I was a doctor who did many of these things, right? And he was my teacher. And I said to myself that day when I graduated, I was not going to do any gender relocation surgery, not for any other reason. It's not religious. It is not against anything. It's just me. I was not comfortable doing the sex change, male to female genital part. So I don't do it. There are lots of people that do it. The most famous destination still remains Thailand. So again, for whatever it is worth. Now, once they make the change, then if they want to masculinize their face or feminize their face, I'm happy to do it for them. If they want to change the way the chest looks, male to female, female to male, happy to do it. I do it. So anything wherein genitals are not changed and the gender is not changed directly, I don't do because it's just my own thing. I don't want to do it. When things have on their mind, and it's a difficult decision. And, I don't want to get caught in the crossfire of anything that people may change. This is not like you say, okay, now when I don't like this, I'm going to change back. And some of the procedures may be irreversible, particularly the genital ones. And so that is an issue. Whatever people might think about it, that is my stand. So we have hair transplantation today, very easily done, and on a daycare basis. You come and you have it and you go. Then their eyes can be done, droopy eyes, baggy eyes, chins, pretty much everything can be done. I think one needs to think twice. If you go see a doctor and you discuss with them and they're telling you they have a slot that's open tomorrow morning or in 4 days' time, please don't jump. These are important decisions. You must make them when you are rational. You think them through. This is not an impulsive buying of a purse or a shoe. These are important things. So I, for one, I never operate on people. You see me today and I get operated tomorrow. It's never going to happen. All right? There has to be a waiting period in case you decide to change your mind. If you live with your folks, your parents, then you must discuss it with them or discuss with the significant other. Now, sometimes kids come here I call them kids. 18, 19, 20, 21. To me, they're kids. I'm a father, I have kids. Just because you're 18 or 21, are you legal? I will discuss with them if they're legal, peripherally. And I say, yes, it can be done. That's it. Any further questions or discussions will be only in the presence of family and adult members. And if people tell you lots of kids are now coming in for surgery, I was in the US for many, many years. I grew up there, went to medical school there, trained there. It's nothing but hogwash. Yes, once in a while some kid comes in, but by and large, kids don't rush in here. It's not the Pied Piper with the rats following the Pied Piper. It doesn't happen. It makes a good news item, for a newspaper. But other than that, I don't think it exists. I haven't seen it on. Yeah, a few people are there, but I just won't go. Forget the operational part. I won't get into any further discussion, about it. They must come with parents, older people in the family, and between husband and wives, there are secrets, and they want to surprise their husband, or the husband wants to surprise the wife. That's their business. They know what they're doing, and so long as it's not risky behavior, I'll be happy to help them out.
Get set ready, একটা কোয়েশ্চেন লুকিয়েছিল ডক্টর থমাসের কথার মধ্যে, and #DD, that's Dulhan Diaries, and answer আসতে হবে তোমার কাছ থেকে. What is the day care procedure? উনি কোন প্রসিডিউরের কথা বললেন যেটা ডে কেয়ারেই করা সম্ভব? ক্লু দিয়ে দিলাম, এক্সাক্ট প্রসিডিউরের নামটা দিতে হবে, #DD followed by your answer. And when we spoke to him, he spoke about the couple where the friendship goal is the first goal, the respect, everything that he said was so important. The golden words, most certainly. And now it gives me immense pleasure to bring on screen a couple I'm absolutely in love with. They are so good together that you can't even, it's like Shiv Parvati, alada kora jay na, it's like that. The Ramanis, Mangalam and Swaminathan Ramanis, thank you so very much for joining in today.
Thank you, Roopsha, for having me on the show.
Thank you, Roopsha.
Oh, thank you so very much. The first thing I would like to tell everybody is the couple we see on screen, they just celebrated their 28th wedding anniversary yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So happy anniversary. Congratulations.
Thank you once again.
Thank you.
We would like to start from the very beginning. How did you all meet? Such a wonderful couple.
Oh, it was like an arranged marriage. And my father-in-law was working in Hyderabad. He met his friend, his colleague, and he said that there's somebody in TVS who's of marriageable age. And that's how the alliance took over. And she was working in Pune at that point in time. And on Valentine's Day, I went and met her. It was February 14th.
Oh,
and yeah, that's from 1995. And the rest is history because we were made for each other. So God saw to it that, oh yeah, lovely, this is our marriage photograph.
Absolutely. What a perfect combination. I would like to ask Mrs. Ramani, Mangalam, when you met, what was the first thing you loved about him?
Actually, he's very tall. That struck me immediately because I'm quite short. And he was, sharp. And his speech was unlike the men that I'd seen. So that was really standing apart. And I was shy. I was not really looking at him that way. I was shy. I was really shy.
You were really shy. And you're blushing even today. So this just shows the love. Yeah, we'll have a little video because Happily Ever After is a part of the Dulhan Diaries chapter. And the reason why marriage is an institution we worship is because it is, you all set examples. You all are the couples we look up to and feel, yes, it is possible to be like the Ramanis. If only it is possible. We'll take a lot of
And
advice from you all
I would
today.
like to say
A
something
little,
here.
yes,
I'll say something here.
please,
Happily Ever
yes.
After is not just a fairy tale, is a choice that the couple wants to make it, right? It's not a fairy tale. It doesn't happen on its own. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
How beautiful. The fairy tale that is everlasting 28 years, and yesterday was the grand celebration day. So
Yeah.
every year, is there something particular that you all do to celebrate your wedding anniversary?
What we do is we try to go to temples nearby. Yeah, so that is something
Wear
which
new dress
we
also.
wear new dresses, and
We take
I appreciate gifts from her. It's always been expensive Swiss watches, so it's that kind. No, I like to add another thing. A lot of people say either you are married or happy. In my case, I tell you the best thing to have happened to my life is getting married. Okay, so I can vouch that if you really work for it, the best thing to have happened in my life is getting married to Mangalam. So that's about it.
Wow, that's such a, I'm not, I just said wow and I see a screen, somebody writing, wow to
And the
the
feeling is mutual. It's not just him. I'm also in bliss marrying him.
Because a lot of people say there's a lot of success behind a man as a woman. This is ours is a proof, ours is a testimony. Had struggling lives. I remember when I was newly married, I'd even lost a job. Mangalam used to take care of me. Not a day she complained. She used to put pocket money in my, those days, 50 rupees, then 100 rupees in my purse. She never liked her husband's purse empty. And normally what happens in a wedding is there are some trigger points. So something triggers in marriage, which really makes you really trust your wife much more than what it is. So we had a couple of trigger points in our life where my wife gave me a blank check. So I really thought, can a woman be like this? Can your partner be like that? That triggered me off. So I always believe no, because it is what you make out of your partner. So nothing is, as Greg Chappell says, nothing comes as a finished product. It's for you, it's marriage isn't working. Every day you work. It's not we never had fights. We have fights on the bitterest of fights, but we again love as much as it is. So for us, our love keys is well sunk inside, deep inside the ocean. Even Titanic can be found. Our keys can't be found. So it's that kind.
God, let's not talk about Titan and Titanic. Everything is very dicey in today's time.
Yeah.
And there are so many congratulatory messages coming in. Riku Shatra, Dolly Roy. I don't know whether you can see the screen.
We can see
Yeah,
it.
we can.
Shubho Athashtam Vivaho Barshiki, happy marriage anniversary from Purnima, from Mona Lisa. And while you're,
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
yes, Riku Shatra and a lot of messages. But before we continue, a little quiz I will do from the conversation we are having, because the deal with OOPSroops family is that attention has to be there. दिल से अगर नहीं है कुछ तो नहीं है, right?
सही
So
बात है.
as we were speaking, Ramani said when they met, okay, not the wedding anniversary, a very beautiful day the Ramanis met to last a lifetime and at least 7 lives. You have to answer by writing #DD, that's Dulhan Diaries, RAMANI, Ramani, followed by the answer. Only if you write the pattern, then only you will get it right. So the question is, when did the Ramanis meet? Swaminathan and Mangalam, when? The date is very important. So the date along with the year has to be, the answer that we are expecting. So let's see. Okay, we have somebody already answering. The year is also very important. We will not give out the right answer right now because you have mentioned it only once. We will just let people guess, and people should listen to us a little more, right? They have given us their time, and some beautiful photographs we see, which completes the family of the Ramanis, the 2 blessed children. And that is the reason that, we completely feel that y'all are a perfect couple. Such beautiful sons, let's talk about what are the maintained within the family as a rule between the couple for the family that you all have maintained for the last 28 years.
See, I'll tell you, one is we are a very religious couple, so, and a family. So we made to it that we go every 2 years to our family temples. That is something. Another thing we maintain as a family is we go on long drives. So we've driven to Varanasi, we've driven to Hampi, we've driven to Khajuraho, we've driven to Mumbai, we've driven to South. So that is something which we assiduously follow. And at least we make it a point on weekends, at least we'll have lunch or dinner together with something. So there are a few things which we maintain together. And among my sons, fraternal love is something which I've taken a promise from them, nothing else. I told them that your respect for your brother, it should be mutual, lifelong. Because what I've seen of Biharis, because among Biharis, the family bonding is something. And I grew up in Bihar, Jamshedpur. So that is something I carry from there. So the love for the family. So this is something I keep telling my children, that we need to love each other irrespective of anything. You can't wish away your brother. Same has to be both. So this is something we both ensure that we give it to our children.
Also,
Right,
about,
and would like to hear
certain value systems, that is, respect for elders, okay, mutual respect, and honesty. This is something that is that has been imbibed in the family itself. Yeah, and that's what we have practiced as a family.
Wonderful. So y'all got married 28 years ago, and we have got dates coming in when y'all got, when y'all met each other, the eyes met, the la 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 happened. But unfortunately, for Ramani's wedding, he did not have 6 Baliganj Place. He had to arrange something else.
It was in Madras Woodlands Hotel.
Woodlands Hotel, yeah.
It was the poorest guards where Jayalalitha stays. It was there. My father was a big man then in Allahabad Bank. He was a chief manager. He had organized a grand wedding. He was organized a very grand wedding. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, coming back to something which is like, between couples, there is, okay, not every day is a Sunday. There will be some positions that don't really suit the other. How have you all balanced that within the system for the last 28 years?
Earlier, whenever we used to have our fights, our arguments and everything, within a couple of hours, we used to be friends. Now maybe it takes a couple of hours more.
But we don't sleep over with
our fights.
Narazgi. We patch up before we go to sleep. We don't end the day.
We don't carry it over. Yeah. We don't carry it over.
Also, our relationship has stood the time. The test of distance. I used to work outside of Kolkata for not 1 to 11 years, and we have maintained our relationship to be close despite the distance. That is actually something that I'm very proud of.
Hey Roopsha, where did you manage some lovely photographs?
You are first a friend, and then the rest of the things follow. So I love collecting moments with my friends, which are precious for them, is precious for me. And what I see and what we all see is that, Mangalam is with that red rose in her hand.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the romance of the Ramanis, which I think, you can see them so happy. And in every photo you see them together, shoulder to shoulder. So how did you all maintain such a romantic relationship for 28 years? People struggle after 2 years.
So again,
no, give and take. Yeah, come on.
No, I'll tell you something. Again, romance is not always just
physical,
giving gifts or eating outside. Even doing small things. I like I like my room to be kept neat. Okay, put your wet towel in the shelf, in the hanger, not on the bed. Is something. This is actually romantic for me. Okay, he cooks for me. Even today, he made such beautiful dinner. Yesterday also, the whole day, he made me food. He didn't let me do any work in the kitchen. Actually, these are romantic things. Yeah, and doing small things for each other. Remembering small, likes and dislikes. and doing things accordingly. That is romance. If you ask
I
me.
don't
That's
mind.
love.
I don't mind cooking the whole life as long as I get my Rolexes. So it's fine.
Oh, lovely. And somebody has really written a very beautiful, small thing, but very cute. Preme Pagol Jibon Jugal. Respect. Everybody is sending, and somebody has even sent a trophy.
আমরা ধন্যবাদ জানাই ধন্যবাদ
Oh,
জানাই
lovely. And লোকজন trophyও পাঠাচ্ছে কিন্তু, trophies are reaching you on your anniversary because, Ramani is a food industry icon. Every year, more than even if it's 365 days, he does at least 3,650 caterings, to speak the least. But ऐसा भी होता है कि the same person is again inviting you all for the second wedding. So we want marriages to last forever. That is the whole objective behind this program. Can you give us some tricks and tips? What are the key adhesives before getting married? The adhesives we should keep it as a checklist. Before getting married, saying yes to a marriage, what are the key things people should remember?
I always believe, a lot of people say marriage is of equals, there's nothing called equality in marriage. There is a huge amount of give and take. Sometimes you give in, sometimes your wife gives in. In my case, my wife gave in a lot. So it's that kind. So
Take it back.
No. I still believe because she's so very passionate about everything she does for me. And she keeps me in a very special, she elevates me to a level of God. So that keeps going. Because it's the kind of respect you get from a wife, which is unalloyed. That is what keeps you going. Because I know I can never get it anywhere. You may meet so many women around you, much more pretty than your wife, but what she brings to the table, nobody can bring in. So this is something which keeps me going, of course. So whatever I may look around people around, but nobody can better than Mangalam. So it can never be better than Mangalam.
So Roopsha,
Mangalam, what's your take?
Sure. So in the beginning of the relationship, it's important that you should actually learn to trust completely and also give in. Right? You should not have any bar, and your love should be unconditional. If you practice all these things, if you don't have expectations, in fact, even before marriage, don't have expectations, because we are all very different individuals. Okay, even if you have a love marriage, both are very different individuals. Putting them into a structure that you have in your mind is not right. In fact, that's where you develop a relationship, you work on the relationship, you incubate the relationship, because it is actually a third person. The relationship is a person. You have to nurture it. And if you don't have if it is unconditional, it'll be healthy.
And the kind of temperament I am, I remember my friends, my relatives, whoever I know are jealous. How's Mangalam, your wife? How did you get such a wife? I said, I'm lucky. That's what it.
Of course, both of you all are very lucky to have each other. And always together, always she's been the pillar behind you. And this journey is beautiful. Learn some things from y'all. In fact, so lovely lessons. A lot of friends have, the virtual little family we have to learn from your relationship. Laveria couple. স্বামীর হাতে রান্না খাওয়া প্রত্যেক মেয়ের স্বপ্ন, সুন্দর বন্ডিং।
আমিও রান্না করি, এই নয়, শুনুন, এটা এই নয় কি উনি খালি করেন, আমি অনেক বছর করেছি।
এখন আমি মাঝে মাঝে করে দিই আর কি। না, সাউথ ইন্ডিয়ান এখন এই বানায়, নর্থ ইন্ডিয়ান আমি বানাই। সো বিকালের সময় আমি রান্না বানাই, কেন যে ডাল মাখনি বা পাও ভাজি এটা আমি এর থেকে ভালো বানায়। সো ছেলের জন্য, এর জন্য আমার আলু পরাটা খুব ভালোবাসে, সো ওটা বানাই আমি। আমার আলু দমে খুব ভালোবাসে, আজকে পেঁয়াজে পোলাও বানালাম, এই খুব পছন্দ হয়।
It's a simple one, but a beautiful one.
আমি এমন আর কি করি, মাংলাম যে ক্ষীরও বানায়, ওতে পেঁয়াজ দেবে, এত পেঁয়াজকে ভালোবাসে আমার বউ। সো আজকে পেঁয়াজে পোলাও বানালাম, সিম্পল পেঁয়াজে পোলাও, চিপস আর বাটার মিল্ক, খুব আনন্দ খেলো। ওটাই তো চাই, আর কিছু না লাইফের। আমার বউকে আমি তো এটা বললাম, খুব ঝগড়া করতাম, 10 টাকা ফুল কিনে দিতাম, এর আনন্দ। সো আমি ঠিক, Mangalam likes all the small things of life. Even diamonds never pleases her, but a little bit of flowers, a little bit of good words pleases her. So that I know it very well.
We have this opportunity to hear and learn some golden words from you all. A small video, and then after that I'm going to come back and একটা question করব, কারণ ওনারা অনেক কিছু বলছেন, কিন্তু মন দিয়ে যারা শুনছেন তারাই তো প্রাইজ পাবেন। So little video coming back with a question, and let the Adda continue with the Ramanis, the lovely couple who are together for 28 and till eternity and a day. Golden words of love are repeated, আর এই যে একটু ছোট্ট গ্যাপ তখনও কিন্তু দুজনের একটু কথা হয়ে গেল. The love exchange happened even in between the second digits of having a little we time. Okay, so they never miss any opportunity. But before we get into the Adda, get set ready for a question. Hashtag DDRAMANI. That is the hashtag today, and the question is, what did Ramani, as in Swaminathan Ramani, cook for his wife today? Okay, something she really loves. And it is a very simple recipe, but as she said, she loves it and Ramani cooks the best. What was the dish? Okay, that is the question. Very easy. Spot quiz is on, and moving on. Amader golden words shona sujog hocche from the happily ever after couple. And next question is, when it comes to children, there could be difference of opinion in terms of decision. Okay, because generally when there are two kids, somebody might be close to the dad, takes the permission, doesn't inform the mom. Those little things that happen within the family. How to have you all balanced to have such two wonderful sons who complete the family frame so perfectly?
I remember when Mangalam was carrying Aditya. I was a former cricketer. I played for under-19 Bihar, and I was always loved my game. I said, I want my eldest son to be a cricketer. She told me one thing: never have expectations. Allow them to grow the way they are. Let them make their choices. Since that day till today, I don't force my son for anything, because we allowed them, our children, both to make choices, number one. Number two, we never made them grow with fear. So Mangalam used to be strict when it comes to what is required, but we never had children never grew up with fear. We ensured that children never grew up with any wants. We ensured that with whatever budgets we had, we bought them whatever we could. So that is something which we ensured that they don't have the kind of a lifestyle where they yearn for something. We buy them before. We have no great expectation on them. We allow them to grow on their own. And this is something I picked up from Mangalam.
And also during their growing years, they had to be with me when I was working outside. Mm-hmm. So communication was very key. We kept the communication, and I became a friend more than a mother. In fact,
oh my God, don't tell the menu. See, answers are coming in. আমি একটু সরে যাই, ভালো করে আরেকবার দেখাও, আরেকবার।
এক মিনিট।
Some people have got answers.
Wonderful. And somebody gave a very interesting answer also. You must read this also. Peyaji. We are Bengal people. We can't leave fuluri and telebhaja. Yeah?
Of course.
Yes. Actually, Peyaji is
Mangalam was saying something very important. Yeah, I love Peyaji too. But Ramani did not cook Peyaji today. That is not the right answer. Okay, we just love the word Peyaji. Mangalam, you were saying something about becoming friends with your sons.
Yeah, friends. And we have, opened up new channels of communication, which is between, friends, not with, a parent and a child. And also, so we communicate, what should I say, openly as a family.
If her son calls her by name.
Yeah.
Hey, Mangalam bole dake, maake. Hey, Mangalam. So wadi podi Tamil.
No, that is just out of
love.
Affection.
Our love and affection, he'll call Mangalam, hey Mangalam. So that kind.
So we believe, by restricting the kind of relationship, you only narrow your engagement. If you ask me, you keep it open, it grows.
See, in our community, we're very conservative. Yeah. Tambrams never call the husband by name. I remember Mangalam calling me the first day by name, Ramani. Imagine, it's like I'm 8 years elder to her. So normally they don't call her husbands by name. but she very first day called me Ramani. So that is something which I really appreciate. So these are the small things which really make you start loving your wife.
Absolutely. Another thing what I have always observed is that she always looks up to you, exactly like the way that picture was. It is literally like this, though as a couple you're absolutely shoulder to shoulder. It doesn't matter what is Mangalam's actual height in centimeters and meters, but she is with you through everything. A little question.
Undoubtedly.
Now, Ramani, you have a question now. Piyaj pulao recipe, please. Now, my God, different direction. Food is something which connects. You can't help it.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's very simple. Just green chilies, a bit of tej pata, and cinnamon. Cinnamon, and toss it in butter and onions, and mix it with basmati rice.
That's it.
That's it.
The simplest. And the brown thing that you saw is just
fried onions. I put it on top as garnish. Caramelized onions I put it on top as garnish.
Yeah.
Look at nice. That's about it.
It's a very simple. Simple dishes are the most difficult to make, and he makes it so well.
And she works from home, so sometimes I give her a surprise. I take a photograph and say this is for dinner. And it salivates my son also, who's in England. It salivates my son also. So I normally put the dinner. Tonight's dinner, aloo paratha, blah, blah, blah. It looks very grand.
We actually, 4 of us have a WhatsApp group and we communicate.
For us, every moment is celebration. Every day is a celebration. So we live, as Rajesh Khanna says in Anand, no, Zindagi badi honi chahiye. It's like we live every moment of it. So it's that
and
way,
we express not only just through words, we send audio messages, he sings songs in the group. We click our pictures. When he's at work, I'll send a picture of myself in a call, and then son will go walking. He will take a picture outside. We do multimedia.
There's another secret of our thing. For us, what is maximum of love? Love 205. For us, 205 is galaxy. That's a maximum of love. When Akshay was small, he said, "Love you 205." So that's become.
Sweet.
So for us, again, when we are having a fight and all, we will express 204.5.
Yeah.
The sons will know that we are having a fight. Means the love has come down little much. You get it?
So when we say love 205, that means that's a maximum. It can't be more than that. So
yeah,
it's that
because
kind.
as a child, Akshay, he used to say, "I love you, million, galaxy, infinity, 205." Means 205 was a final number.
That's what he knew.
For us, it is a high.
Another thing, secret of ours is we address each other as Dali Dalu. For darling, we call it Dali Dalu. So if I call her Dali, she call me Dalu. If I call her Dalu, she call me Dali. So that's our nickname, our love name for each other.
This is so Dalu. This moment is an absolute Dalu.
Dali and Dalu. Dali
and 28 years complete.
Yeah. Yes.
Just 28.
Yes.
The Gala 30 is on its way.
Yeah.
I can only see Victoria Memorial as the venue option. Otherwise, nothing suits. And
may once come true.
Made for, of course, yes, of course, made for each other. Boliye.
No.
We have a second marriage in 60.
So we actually, when the husband turns 60 in our Tamil tradition, we get remarried. So yeah, that is going to be in a few years.
The Mangalsutra, she wears second Mangalsutra.
Yeah.
The one she's already wearing now, I'll make her wear another one.
So there is a thing about it. The first marriage is done by your parents for you. The second marriage is done by your children for you. And the third marriage, that is when the husband is 80, is done by the grandchildren. That's how, the institution of marriage is celebrated in the Tamil.
See what they say, a person who's crossed 80 years has seen 1,000 moons.
Yeah.
So he is to be revered. So when the moment a person is going 80, not many turn 80. So one of my uncles is turning 80 next month. I'm going all the way to Trichy to just go and offer my namaskarams to him. So it's that kind. My father couldn't. So I know if I would live that long or not, I don't know. But for a person who's turned 80, has seen 1,000 moons. So it's somebody to be revered to and somebody to be taken blessings from.
Absolutely. We will have another couple of minutes of conversation, but can we have a little video before that? Just a small, short video, please.
It's your show.
Nariya gold matram like that.
Rare,
Thank you.
precious, and true, just like you. Senco Golden Diamonds, Platinum Collection, Ivara, and a couple which is as pure as any metal under the sun. You know, Ramani and Mangalam. Actually, Ramani, Swaminathan, I never call him. I don't know how to call
No,
that.
no, actually, Ramani is his name. Swaminathan is his dad. See,
Right.
I've kept my husband's name as my surname. My name is Mangalam. I've kept my husband's name as my surname. So I'm Mangalam, he's Ramani.
And in Facebook, she's called Ramani's Mangalam.
Ramani's Mangalam, yes. You know, everybody is like, Ba Darun. People are so inspired seeing the love. And I said, na, এমন একজন couple যাদের love story is beautiful. Okay, a little tips on how to keep the romance alive. You know, it is very important for the love, the spark to remain. You know, you want to hug, you want to touch, you want to cuddle, you want to
We do all
whatever. Tips, please.
that. We do all that. We're very physical. It's that for me, I like touching my wife. So it's something which we are very, very physical about the whole thing. And I made it very clear from day one. So I like touching you because there is something which this, you know, when you touch your wife, you pass certain currents to her. So that is a big influence. So same with her. So she also liked the same thing. I remember when we were young, newly married, we had a lot of guests in our house and we were sleeping. Boys were sleeping separately, women were sleeping separately. My wife could not sleep. She came and slept near me and they should have a peaceful sleep. So that was Mangalam 28 years ago. So
And I didn't bother about,
she didn't bother about family, males, what they said. That is number one. Number two is another thing is she always told me whenever we go to a guest house and I think normally in South India they do is they first serve the males food and then the females. In our case, that is not the case. If you're going to treat us both together. Serve us meals together. So my word, why should women eat leftovers? Normally what do women do? They sacrifice for the husbands and eat the leftover. In our case, that's not the case. We share what is there with us. So we believe in sharing and sharing is caring. So these are things that kept us alive and it kept us going.
And again, I will reiterate, romance is not just physicality. It's also where you, it's a mind share. It's very important as you grow older in the relationship. The priorities change. Physicality is in the background. Romance is something else also. It turns into different dimensions.
And another thing is how you facilitate your wife, how you try to encourage her in the different aspects of life. It could be normal nuances in the English language, or it could be a way you dress up. It could be the way you have maintained your career. So how are you encouraging to your wife? That's very important. Not many males really do encourage their wives. They believe that women are somehow they are there. That's what they deserve it. That's not the case. For me, I believe for my wife, sky's the limit. So same with her. She always saw to it that I am given uncluttered attention to my business on my vocation, and she takes care of the family, my finances, my parents. She took care of my parents even today. I've got my mother who's invalid staying with us. So this is something which I didn't have to bother at all. Not a day I bothered what will happen to my parents. Who will take care of that? Mangalam is taking care of all that. So these are the few things which really gets a marriage going. It's a combination of all these aspects that what keeps us going.
And that is what is romance for me. Getting the, it's a whole package. It's not just, the good things. Everything is a package.
And it's not that we've not fought. It's not that we've had bitterness of fights. Once or twice even I tried to beat her up. So, a typical Indian male. But
no, it is. See, we only get angry on people we love. We cannot be our angriest self on somebody who doesn't matter to us. That's what I always believe in. Moving back to something that you mentioned, it was a question in my list about living in with parents, moving into a different house, new family members, relationship. What has been the way you have balanced, Mangalam? You are truly a goddess at home.
So as I told you, I came in with no expectations. Okay, I took what I got, and from early life, I believed, getting into the nuances of your life without judging, without expecting results is actually it is actually a spiritual path of living, and I've practiced it. Yes, of course, I've had my own pitfalls. Yes, but then. I think so. I've just I've not thought through so much. That's why. And Ramani has been a wonderful husband.
Oh, beautiful. And
In
now
her family, people like me more than herself. It's
Yeah.
like I'm much more famous in her family.
In fact, I'm telling you, next month he's going for my cousin's marriage. I'm not going. He's going.
Oh, okay. Ramani, there is a statement that has come in from Shagota. She says, "Sir, you look like Satish Kaushik." Have you ever heard that? Okay, that's something that I think is very new to Ramani also. But everybody is so sweet, sweet, lovely, hearts and everything. A little last kind of a question for people who are getting married. You know, the young. Yeah. Okay. Let me just ask. You all have two such young boys at home. What do you think is their perception on this word called marriage? What are the youngsters thinking? You all have two young adults at home. Would love to know from the wonderful parents.
Two diverse opinions. The elder one.
Yeah. Both have. In fact, the elder one is not revealing his perspective. Yeah. But I believe he respects the institution of marriage. The younger one has a different perspective. He wants to keep it light. That's about it. Yeah, he doesn't want the marriage to be very
Way down to expectations.
yes. So just keep it light, and it's a relationship, and has to be nurtured. That's it.
But both do believe in institution of marriage.
Marriage, yes.
Both
Both will
believe.
marry. Yeah.
Wonderful.
And we
I
are at
can
the
see-
verge. We are in the next few years will become. We will welcome
Phil and Mil.
girls in our lives. Yes, as our daughter-in-laws.
We'll become in-laws.
Yes,
Father-in-law,
in-laws, yeah.
mother-in-laws.
And we are
Yeah,
looking forward.
Phil and Mill. The Phil and Mill.
Yeah.
Mill and Phil.
correct.
Yeah,
Mill.
and still now we are having answers coming in. Peyaj pulao. This peyaj pulao has become a viral recipe today. As we are towards the end of the program, would like you all to extend your blessings to those getting married and also to new young couples. Sometimes we have that doubts even after marriage whether or not the journey is together. We want blessings from such a pure soul and such a wonderful couple like the Ramanis. Your blessings.
The only suggestion I would like to give all the youngsters getting married is don't get weighed down by expectations. Take it as it comes. Accept your wife or your husband as it comes. You'll find much more love coming in. The moment you have expectation, I need an intelligent wife. I need a
Beautiful wife.
I need a rich wife. Sense of
rich
humor.
husband. If everything were to happen, then it's not real actually. If you ask
Okay,
me.
so we've had our struggles. We used to live in a one-room house. Today we live in a penthouse. So we used to have a Bajaj M80 when we started off our life. Today I've got 4 cars. So it's all changes. You need to wait for the right time.
Gradual.
It's all gradual. Everything comes to you. So I used to live on my wife's money for some time. So I'm now making 4 times her money. So we all have to wait. There comes a time where her earnings, her life, her thing is important, is very, very vital to your life, and you make a career out of that. So there is a bit of give and take, a bit of patience, and not much of expectation. Except as it comes, rest is history.
So many thanks are coming, but before you all leave, let me see whether we get some love and hearts. Okay? If you loved the Ramanis as much as I do, 28 years wedding anniversary jader holo gotokal, shower some hearts and there would be a prize for the maximum hearts coming in. As you know, that OOPSroops is always full of, love. Okay, we have some heart coming in. We will have more love pouring in. We want to show our love for the Ramanis. If you love their adda, jodi inputs যেগুলো আমরা পেলাম, advice গুলো আমাদের ভালো লেগে থাকে, let us show them love, and the color is red. Okay, we have a different color coding. Okay, sometimes we want green hearts, sometimes we want blue hearts, but with the lovely couple together on screen, we just want red hearts, like the way it's pouring right now. We want hearts to pour in, and we want to show them how much we love them. Hearts এত কম আসছে, আমি বুঝতেই পারছি না কি হচ্ছে. I'm very upset, but I'm sure
They're overwhelmed. It's okay.
they will keep sending. It's just that
Yes, we are giving our hearts.
thank you so very much to both of you. Once again, congratulations for 28 years. Every day is a happy day in your life, and I'm so grateful. I hope you all had a good time, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Roopsha, for having us. It was wonderful chatting up.
Thank you.
And,
wow, look at that.
All the very best to you.
Thank you. We will have hearts now coming in. Somebody has even said a black heart. I don't know where that exists. We will have more hearts coming in. Thank you so very much for your precious time, guidance, and hope that one day when Dulhan Diaries, we will have an Adda in person. You all will be able to be a part of it and extend your blessings to us in person.
Sure.
Thank
We
you
will do
so
that.
much.
Thank you very much once again. God
Thank you
bless.
for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you so very
সবাইকে
much.
আমাদের ধন্যবাদ জানাই সবাইকে।
আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ আপনাদের দুজনকেও। Thank you so much. Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Bye. And it was such a great adda. কত কিছু জানলাম. That's exactly how perfect couples look like. Respect each other. Yes, অনেক সময় একটু ঝগড়া হতেই পারে, ঝগড়া তো হয়ও, কিন্তু তারপরে কিন্তু যে গোল্ডেন ওয়ার্ডস গুলো আমরা জানতে পেরেছি, শিখতে পেরেছি, that is most important to keep the marriage as wonderful as the Ramanis. With this আজকে আমাদের এপিসোড হবে শেষ, কিন্তু শেষ হওয়ার আগে let me show you something which is ongoing. আমাদের এই মাসের WhatsApp video contest June. This is the last week to participate কারণ coming Friday তে আমরা winners of June declare করব. The subject is wedding dreams. Share your dream wedding wish list. Wish list আমাদেরকে কিন্তু ভিডিও করে পাঠাতে হবে, ছোট্ট করে সুন্দর করে 1 মিনিটের ভিডিও which you have to send by Wednesday. বুধবারের মধ্যে পাঠাতে হবে। শুক্রবার দিন আমরা winners declare করব. The WhatsApp number remains the same. This is the OOPSroops WhatsApp number. এবং Senco Gold Diamonds is the partner. I hope you understand that there is a lot that will happen within the program যারা আমাদের সাথে থাকো, so don't forget to participate. The monthly contests are very crucial. অনেক উপহার, অনেক সুন্দর সুন্দর মুহূর্ত অপেক্ষা করছে, so don't miss the opportunity. Don't be lazy. যাদের বিয়ে হয়নি তাদের ড্রিম ওয়েডিং প্ল্যানটা শেয়ার করো। and thank you so very much to everybody for being a part of this journey. Thank you so very much once again, Ramani and Mangalam, for your wonderful, precious words, and wishing you both the very best always. Thank you, dear audience and family. Thank you so very much. তোমরা আছো তাই আমিও আছি। ধন্যবাদ জানাই Senco Gold Diamonds. Without them, this journey would probably never have taken this path, this road. যেতে যেতে আরো একবার মনে করিয়ে দিতে চাই, রথের দারুণ সব কালেকশন কিন্তু রয়েছে Senco Gold Diamonds এ। So do not miss the opportunity because the রথের যে স্পেশাল অফার,
এবার ঈশ্বরের আশীর্বাদের সঙ্গে ঘরে আনুন অমূল্য কারিগরি সেনকো গোল্ডেন ডায়মন্ডস এর স্বর্ণযাত্রার সাথে। হিরে ও সোনার গয়নার মজুরিতে পান আকর্ষণীয় ছাড় আর পুরনো গহনার এক্সচেঞ্জে 0% ডিডাকশন। ট্রেন্ডি ডেইলি ওয়্যার ডিজাইন থেকে বিয়ের গয়নার শুভ আহ্বান, শুরু মাত্র 10,000 টাকা থেকে।
With this আমাদের আড্ডা হবে শেষ, with a promise that I swear আমি চলে আসবো, থার্সডে চলে আসবো, সানডে চলে আসবো। অনেক কিছু হবে, গোল্ডেন ওয়ার্ডস, চেকলিস্ট, প্রোগ্রাম ইত্যাদি ইত্যাদি। বাট আগামীকাল কিন্তু একটা লাইভ রয়েছে, সো বাস্টাকুট টিমের লাইভ হবে আমার এই পেজে, সো বি দেয়ার অ্যান্ড লেটস ensure that wedding shopping is filled with fun and prizes. With this আজকে আমাদের অনুষ্ঠান হবে শেষ। Thank you so very much. Good night everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you Ruma, thank you very much. Thanks for all the love. I will share it with the Ramanis. Thank you so much. 1 week পাঠালে হবে। Yes, একটা উইক মানে একটাই আমাদের সাবজেক্ট থাকে এন্টায়ার মান্থের জন্য। হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ ভিডিও কন্টেস্টের টপিক একটাই থাকে দুলহান ডায়েরিজে। With this, thank you so very much. Good night. ধন্যবাদ জানাই সকলকে। Take care.